It's Magic 102.3 and 92.7, the real sound of the DMV, home of the Russ Parr Morning Show and the Donnie Simpson Afternoon Show with Donnie Simpson and Tony Perkins, VJ in the midday. Oh, what a show I have for you today, because I have a co-host that is super talented, amazing, lights up a room. Any room they walk in, positive vibes. And you might want to, take your shirt off. I am singer, actress, Janelle Monáe.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me today. We're going to have some fun.
Yes, thank you.
We got to get into everything you have going on. And, of course, we're just going to let the DMV, know what's up and know what's going on around.
Well, this is such a dream because you may or may not know it, but when I was in high school, I really wanted to be in broadcast journalism.
What?
Like I wanted to either host a radio show or be on TV. So I'm on TV in different ways, but I love this side of things. So thank you for having me join you.
It's so funny you said that because, growing up and in my head and in my heart, I just know that I'm a singer and a dancer.
That's right. I know. Therefore you are.
But
you could
radio came first. So
yeah, you got that voice. You got a voice. You're using it.
Yeah. So we're going to get into some fun stuff. So y'all keep it right here with the Magic 102.3 and 92.7. It's Magic 102.3 and 92.7, the real sound of the DMV.
And home of the Russ Parr Morning Show and the Donnie Simpson Afternoon Show with Donnie Simpson and Tony Perkins.
VJ in the midday and my co-host,
Janelle Monáe.
Yes, hanging out today. And, you have so much going on right now. When I tell you, I saw...
Who you telling? I'm like, I need a break. But
see, here's the thing, though. You make it look easy. I'm going to tell you right now, because from going to like the Met Gala and then the after party, but then you'll see, and this is what you post, so this is all what we see. You'll be posting like chilling, laid out. I think the word is freedom. You look like you have so much freedom in your life, spiritual freedom, just mentally and physically. Is that what it is? Because it's like work is there, but your priority is like your mental and physical and spiritual freedom.
Yeah, I mean, I will say at this point in my life, I've definitely tapped into more of my freedom spiritually, internally, and just how I think is a lot more free these days. And I think that, as we evolve, we have different stages of ourselves, and I honor all of me. I honor, all the parts of me. And I think right now, though, when I think about life, I think about being present even more, and who do I want to be around me as I'm going through life, who is bringing me pleasure? How am I bringing myself pleasure? How can I create beauty, even in the midst of having problems, even in the midst of solving problems? We're never going to live in a world where everything is going to just come to us. Right. You have to really, 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 really internally make sure that you are training your mind and your spirit and your heart to tap into your freedom and stay on your journey of self-discovery.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? And we're going to get into that too. Coming up next, Float On has been in my head, and I just randomly, even when you
I love how you called it Float On. Yes.
Float. Just like float.
But float on.
But I love
say
that. Float on because I'm I float on. I float
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Y'all know I had to sing. Y'all know I had to sing. Yes.
Love it.
So, we're going to talk about that because I feel that this is a butterfly movement for you, right? Like you really took some time and you came out I don't want to say a different person, but the change is there and you look just marvelous doing it. So we're going to get into that coming up next, y'all, right here on Magic 102.3 and 92.7. It's Magic 102.3 and 92.7, the real sound of the DMV.
Home of the Russ Parr Morning Show and the Donnie Simpson Afternoon Show with Donnie Simpson and Tony Perkins.
VJ in the midday.
Janelle Monáe.
Yes. So we were talking about float. And when I say, okay, so here's the thing you have to tell me though.
Yeah.
This is what I want to know. I'm like in the car and I'm listening and I'm like, how did she just like come up with that part? The very beginning when you were like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not the same.
No, I'm the same. No,
Where did you just
off the
start
dome?
Just
Yep,
saying
I was trying to find it.
Yeah.
You know, I knew I was going into. No, I'm not the same. I knew I was going into that part.
Yeah.
And I think I was trying to just see how I was going to sing it, and I was going to take that part off. But my producer and my friend who were in there, they were like, we know you're going to be like, oh, take that off. It was just a rough take. I wasn't ready. But this is what people need to see. They need to see you going through,
Yes.
how you are recording this represents them going through that change with you and them experiencing it with you, and they thought it was super powerful. And once I listened to it again, I was like, it is cool. Like I'm happy I didn't take it off because it's one of the parts that I think has been resonating a lot with people.
Yes, and it's like it's witnessing your artistry in motion.
That's what I meant to say. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm a Pisces, so I'm really like I'm floating in the music.
Always, yeah.
Yeah. And so like some of the lyrics just saying, I used to let people get to me. I used to be my own enemy. And things have changed. So what was the big change for you as opposed to when you first got when you first were introduced to us to the Janelle Monáe we see now?
Yeah. I think that, just my thinking, and I think things go in cycles, and, I just got tired of repeating the same cycle of things that just don't matter, and also giving grace to myself and giving grace to other people, understanding the people of it all, understanding myself and understanding that my triggers are things that I have to fix. I cannot walk around in life thinking that everybody knows what I'm sensitive to or whatever. And so I just had to deal with those things. And I was dealing with a lot of sort of rejection, abandonment issues. Growing up, you feel that and you carry that with you. And eventually it will start manifesting itself in other areas of your life. And you're like, I got to go fix some things. And so I would say having my therapist, who I call an emotional support coach, there for me. And I wish that every human had free health care.
Yeah.
And therapy taking care of mental health. Like, it should be free for everybody.
It's so crazy that you said that, because I was listening to a sermon the other day and he said sometimes the inner me is the enemy. And I was like, oh my gosh. Wow. And it was everything that you said. Like, sometimes we become our own enemy, and then the things that affected us in the past, it becomes a personality trait. You just don't recognize it. But therapy again.
And then I think, in the pandemic, I did have time. A lot of things got canceled for me. Yeah. And I know I'm not the only one. I know there are a lot of people who lost their jobs. They couldn't provide for their families because my job requires me to travel and go around, tour and do all that. I couldn't go anywhere. I had to stay home. And so I did have an opportunity to go in me, and tap into my inner G.
There you go. There you go. Well, we're about to get into some good energy because DJ Dirty Rico is coming up next with the Midday Go-Go Mix. Now, Janelle, I don't know if you've ever been to a go-go.
I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to get Janelle Monáe to a go-go.
I would love dancing.
We're about to get a little taste of it with DJ Dirty Rico coming up next. So y'all get ready for the Midday Go-Go Mix right here on Magic 102.3 and 92.7. It's time for the Midday Go-Go Mix.
Show me how it's done, DJ Rico.
Oh, okay now. Okay, radio.
You know.
All right, y'all, it's time to get into the Midday Buzz right here on Magic 102.3 and 92.7. Vic Jagger.
And Janelle Monáe.
Yeah, so what's going on in celebrity news?
So, Vic Jagger, singer, author, futurist, free-ass motherfucker.
Yes.
We'll have to bleep that out, I'm sure. Janelle
Yes.
Monáe will head out on tour this summer and fall to celebrate their new album, The Age of Pleasure, which is set to drop June 9th. It's their first album in more than 5 years. I mean, what the fuck were they doing? Gosh.
I'm being free.
The Lipstick Lover singer will visit 26 cities kicking off August 30th,
Yes.
including Portland, Chicago,
What?
New York City,
What?
Nashville, Phoenix. And the tour is set to wrap on October 18th in Los Angeles. And I believe that they are also coming here. DC, September 24th.
That's right. Okay, now. You better do that.
Yeah.
Listen, for all these stories and more, you make sure you go to mymagicdc.com. All right, so the Age of Pleasure album set to arrive June 9th. And I am one of many who saw the video for Lipstick Lover. The original.
Yes.
Let's say the original.
Yay.
And I was like, this is fire. But then you had to come back and do like, what did you call it? A clean version?
A clean virgin, you know.
Yeah. So what happened with that? Did you receive a lot of backlash for it?
I mean, you know, we live in a country and a society where, you know, we still have some of us who cannot show nipples. You know, we have, I don't know what people have against nipples. You know?
I don't know. Because I said out of all the things, if I were to have to like walk around and expose myself, if I had to expose myself,
Yeah.
it would be my boobs. Like that's the
Right.
one thing that I'm just like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I think it's so like don't you feel like it's such a double
freeing.
standard for, you know, I'm non-binary,
Yeah.
but as I think about like non-binary folks, women who, you know, have nipples, the same sort of nipples as the men who walk around freely, who go to the gym, play basketball, take their shirts off.
Yeah.
There's no censoring. They're on
Yeah.
Instagram, you know, pumping their chest up, flexing. They're on YouTube doing it. There is no issue. And I just think it is quite time that we free the nipple and
Yeah.
make nipples free for all people. And what happened was there was just like an age gating that happened on the visual, and that's fine. You know, if kids, here's the thing, I don't have kids. I'm not raising kids right now. I think the people who do have kids, monitor your kids, teach them, because
Exactly.
all these things are normal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like none of them are not normal. None of this is abnormal. Being queer is not abnormal. Yeah, you know, as we identify, being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community is not abnormal. A butt is not abnormal. You know, it is up to you to monitor your kids. And so I had to put out a version of it that YouTube didn't censor, and I mean that YouTube allowed to float around. And that's fine. You know, we have the two different versions.
Right.
That's totally fine. But I cannot, we have such a long way to go.
Yeah. Did you have a hard time on social media too, like Instagram or?
Well, Instagram made it so that non-binary and trans folks we can show our nipples.
Okay.
But I don't think that's fair that we get an opportunity to just do that. I think that those who are identifying as women, like everybody should be able to do that. I don't think it should just be, you know, it's been a long time coming for us, but I think everybody should. I feel like it is, you know, discriminatory. Inequality is definitely there, and it's a double standard.
So Rolling Stone praised the song as, quote, an ode to a moment of queer intimacy dotted with sugary harmonies and an earworm hook.
Ooh, love.
Have you heard similar things about, you know, the song, like praising it and, you know, just from the critics? Because I know you really don't care.
I mean, at this point,
Let's be clear.
I don't.
But when it's received well,
That's always great.
Yeah.
That's great. because when I wrote it, I loved it. And that's where it starts for me. I'm like, I don't put out anything I don't love.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have to really believe in myself. And I think that Lipstick Lover, everybody can relate to that. And if you can't, that's totally fine. But the majority of people, you like lipstick on your neck, whether you are heterosexual, you're a lesbian, if you're queer, whatever. Yes. And I was like, why didn't I write this song a long time ago?
The story about. But wait, for those who don't know, you were at a party, a function,
mine.
Okay, and you were at your party and you were vibing in there, and someone kissed you on your neck.
It was very consensual.
Very consensual. It was not matte lipstick.
No, it had a little gloss to it. And I just remember how I felt when I went to the bathroom and I just saw all these red lip prints on my neck, on my face. I was like, ooh, now that's a damn song. That's a song.
There it is. Well, we love it. And you are going to love the happy hour mix because DJ Rico is coming back and it's the biggest party on your radio. So y'all get ready right here on Magic 102.3 and 92.7. It's Magic 102.3 and 92.7, the real sound of the DMV. VJ in the midday. It's Vic Jagger, joined by my beautiful co-host,
Janelle Monáe. Hi.
Yes. So coming up, we're going to play a game of Who Said That? Now, I'm going to give you some lines, and I think they'll be familiar to you. I think you're going to get it, but this is going to be fun. So y'all stay tuned. All right, Janelle. So we're about to get into a game of Who Said That? I'm going to give you a few lyrics, and all you have to do is tell me the name of the show. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page.
Family Matters.
Yes.
Of course I know that. Wow.
All right. I think these are going to be easy for you then.
You think? Let's see. Let's see.
All right. Here we go. Keep your head up. What? Keep your head up. That's right. Whenever this life gets tough, you gotta fight.
Get my homegirl standing to my left. Am I right?
It's
like good. Hey, living single.
Yes.
What? Of course.
All right. I know my parents love me. Stand behind me, come what may. I know now that I'm ready because I finally...
A different world. Ooh, and where you come from?
You are killing this game.
As it is now. Ooh, of course I know that. A different world.
And here's a bonus, because not a lot of people get this. I do, and I sing it like I wrote it. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right, here we go. Times are changing every day. We won't get by with those same old ways. Pulling together, we'll make it right. With help from our friends, I know we'll get by.
Ooh, I think you got me on this one. Go a little further.
No place like home.
Oh, no, but 227? Is that
Yes.
Yes. Wow. Now that was,
I almost got you.
You did. How dare I forget?
No, you killed it. That was great. Congratulations. Yes. You got them all right.
Fun.
Yeah.
Taking me back.
Coming up, more with Janelle Monáe right here on Magic 102.3 and 92.7. It's Magic 102.3 and 92.7, the real sound of the DMV, home of the Rush Bar Morning Show and the Donnie Simpson Afternoon Show with Donnie Simpson and Tony Perkins. VJ in the midday, here with my beautiful co-host,
Janelle Monáe.
Yes. I love it. I love it. So, we're winding down for the day. It's been so fun having you in studio. And, we got to talk about this upcoming tour. Are you excited to get out on the road to be amongst your people?
Yes. Okay. Oh, my goodness.
It seems like it's
been a long time.
So lit, though. Even when you're not on tour, even when you're just out and about.
Listen, I am doing life right now. And I try to make the most of every experience with the people I love and with the people I feel like who need it most. And touring is an opportunity to go city to city, state to state, and bring out people who understand the importance of being in a safe space and being able to be yourself. And I think that's what this tour is going to represent. We're in the age of pleasure. So I cannot wait. I'll be here in DC, September 24th, I want to say. Yeah, September 24th at Stadium. Excuse me. Yes, I'll be here on September 24th.
You know, Stadium
at Anthem. And Stadium is what? The strip club, right?
Okay.
You know what was on my mind then. Look, I said Stadium. Quick. I might be there too.
Yeah. So any upcoming projects as far as acting, anything that you are, doing on a personal level as far as, well, I know you're going to be on tour. But
yeah, I'll be on tour. I'm developing a project about the Josephine Baker. If you don't know her, look her up. She was so bold, so free. She basically was so ahead of her time, but so right on time.
Yeah.
As a performer, she was able to go to a lot of different places, and one of those places was being a spy for the French resistance. And during World War II, the French resistance and her helped bring down Adolf Hitler and the Nazis in Germany because of her. She had a major part in that. And so we're going to be telling that story. We're also going to be talking about how black and bold and free she was. She was dancing. She was unafraid to be nude in the way she expressed herself during that time. Women didn't even have bank accounts.
Right.
Right. And as a black performer, she was not allowed to perform in a lot of places in the United States. And Paris was home to her because it opened its arms to her. And so she had her own club, the Cafe Society. So I'm just so excited about going to Paris, learning French, and really honoring her. That's my next big thing that I'm going to be doing.
I love that. And if folks want to keep up with, well, of course, y'all know where you can keep up with them. Social media, your website where they can purchase the Janelle Monáe merch. Are you going to make pasties? Are you going to have your own?
Ooh, look at you in my head. I absolutely will. I mean, we are still fighting to free the nipple.
Yeah.
It's like when I look at all of the men who can go into the gym topless, people like myself, even though I'm non-binary or like you, in some states, we would go to jail for that. Yeah. And I think that we still have a lot of work to do. But pasties are really cute and, another way of being able to express yourself in body positivity.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining me today. You have been an amazing co-host. And of course, we love you and wish nothing but the best for you.
Thank you, my love. And you have been killing it. Thank you for your support. And I look forward to coming back.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! That was so amazing!
Wow, I gotta give it up to y'all. Y'all do this every day. This is amazing.
Every day. No, that was good. That was so
fun.
It was
You
so
were great.
good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.